You may remember a while ago about us mentioning why Giz is called Giz. Well, I was going to do an introductory video of the film. Well, it's not a film; it was a TV show called Brookside, where the character Giz first appeared. But Giz seems to think he was a tramp and all that. But the reason Giz got his name is because when we were all teenagers, we all had long hair and we were all rock and that. But Giz used to always carry his guitar around with him. And every weekend we used to go and into the local park, and we used to drink lots of cider, get pissed, have a fire, and we used to sit round it, and Giz would play his guitar. Hence, that's how he acquired his name, Giz. Anyway, I was looking through YouTube so I could find a clip of Giz, so I could put it on this video and show you. But the clip that I found, which you'll find attached to the end of this, or maybe before, I can't decide where we're going to put it first. Many, many years later, Giz and I, with our wives, we went to Giz's timeshare in Tenerife. I think it was Tenerife anyway. And Giz used to take great pleasure in winding up the timeshare people by accepting their invitation to go to their presentations, because you'd get a free gift, or gifts as it was, and he used to think it was great fun just to go to waste their time and come away with a few gifts for it when he had, anyhow, this one occasion, the gift was a bottle of whiskey. So that night, the wives went off and did their thing, and me and Giz sat on the balcony, and we polished off this bottle of whiskey. And God in heaven, did we get drunk. We got drunk. We were absolutely slaughtered. And any road, the wives came out and bollocked us for being pissed. Anyway, Giz stood up calm as you like and leant on this balcony wall, and he turned round and he said, without a word of a lie, he said, "I'm not pissed. I'm not even slurring me wins." And that's a... Oh, God, we were arseholed that night, I tell you. Pissed as rats. Pissed as rats. Anyway, Giz and his, I'm not pissed. I'm not even slurring me wins. Anyway, I'll show you this clip now from Brookside that I just happened to find as an example of Giz in Brookside and what he says. Funny. It didn't half bloody bring it back. It reminded me of that story straight away, so I thought I'd share it with you. Oh, I hope you enjoy it, because it really tickled me. It really tickled me. So anyway, listen, enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and let's have a look at this and see what you think.
Oh, you're slurring your words.
I'm not slurring my words.
You're slurring your words. I can't understand what you're saying.
Well, I can't understand what you're saying when you're sober.
You sure that's not I like it?
Who? Marie Jackson?
Nah, the other one.
Oh, do you fancy a Giz?
Yeah.
You must be blind.
Yeah, blind drunk.
Yeah, I'm slurring my wins. What's a plane going over? I wonder if he's a subscriber to Smokes, Jokes and Pipe Dreams. Yeah, I've just been painting the ceiling. Don't ever let your daughter paint the flipping ceiling. She did last year and made a right mess of it. She's got more flipping marks all over the place. Drip marks. Can't get them off. It's one of them, it's a nightmare. But yeah, it's all covered in paint. This is me England painted shirt that I wear. I'm going to do any decorating. But yeah, Gizmo, the name Gizmo. It was actually that's where it comes from, Brookside, that character. But it's actually he said, "Oh, I like called Andy Jones, Adge." I nicknamed him Adge for Andy Jones, and it was his dad that christened me Gizmo. Here's Gizmo again with his guitar. because I'd always go around to his house with my guitar, you see, and jam my badge, because he was bass player of the band we were in years ago, when we were a real rock star. 17-year-old wannabes. We were called Bizarre. That was the first band I was ever in. And hey, we're on band stories again, aren't we? And there was this, the drummer was called Boke, because he was always sick after his own broke. And he was a vicar's son, and we used to rehearse in this. So we used to rehearse in this church, in this crypt of this church. His dad, the vicar, had been an electrician, so he rewired it all out. And it's a bit like the Cavern Club, you know, in Liverpool for Beatles. It was that kind of thing underneath the church. And on a Sunday, as soon as the thing for the organ was down there, and as soon as that stopped, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We bash, you know. I'm going back to 1985 here, 84, 85. That's how long ago it was. But we make a right round down there, and one day we decided to set up all the equipment outside the church. It's like a big walled church in Altrincham, if anyone knows that area, St Margaret's. You come in from the motorways on the A56, you come through Bowden, and it's this big church on your left. And we set all the kit gear up and everyone, you know, and amps, and we stood there with our guitars, and cars are going like this. Everyone's going rubbernecking us. They thought we were U2 or someone like that doing a video. We thought it was just some tin pot lads arsing about. But yeah, we thought we were stars. But it was good in being the vicar's son, because he had some really good parties. When his mum and dad used to go on holiday, oh wow, I tell you, that vicarage, some of the things that went on there, and I cannot say on here, but let's just say he was a bell ringer. He used to ring the bells, and it was about 2 in the morning. He's fragging his mouth. He says, "Here we go, fancy going ringing the bells." So we go up this church tower, you know, right to the top. And we're swinging on these ropes. Ding, ding. He said, "Don't pull that one too hard, you'll go right up." And we're flipping ringing these bells. Yeah, anyone would have thought the flipping Russians were invading, but it was just like arsing around. We used to have some really good parties there. We used to make a right racket. And hence, we all got to that age where, well, bass player buggered off to university. And I got myself, I think I was at college. Oh, dead end job. Dead end job for me. He went to university. Drummer, don't know what he did. Singer, well, yeah, he did. Whatever he did, Neil. Still in touch with Neil and that. But yeah, it was a good fun band at the time, but all good things come to an end. Like this.
Hello everybody, glad you could join us this evening. I'm here to provide you with a little just for content video, just to highlight the magnitude of what Giz got up to that night, the outrageous bugger. Well, here we are. We're outside the church of St Margaret's on the outskirts of Altrincham, on the border of the townships of Altrincham and Dunham Massey. This magnificent structure was commissioned by George Henry Gray. He was the 7th Earl of Stamford, and it was designed by the architect William Haley. Construction of this building started in 1851 and was completed in 1855. When the church opened, it was dedicated to the memory of the Earl of Stafford's sister, Margaret. And now, as you can tell by its architecture, it is now classed as a Grade 2 listed building. Isn't that wonderful? Clock doesn't work, mind. But while we're on the topic of the clock tower, that is also the belfry. The scene of the crime. Now, although I wasn't present for the actual bell ringing, I was there at the party, but unfortunately I was involved in some nefarious nocturnal activities with a nice young lady, if you get my meaning. So unfortunately I didn't partake in the bell ringing aspect of this event, but I'm delighted to tell you that some archive footage has been unearthed, which I will attach to the end of this video. I do hope you enjoy it. Take care now. Goodbye.